don't let me fall. Tell the story about me, the wrong I've done to my friends and family. It's gonna hurt, but it's what has to be. I've gotta let go of this pain inside of me. I've cheated friends, been unfaithful to a wife. Lost a family due to things I tried to hide. I've cursed the sky for the troubles in my life, but this is where it ends, and you all see the truth about me. And I wasn't honest, I only cared about me, and I was a wild one. But I am weak, like a man without a soul. And as they hear the truth about me, Lord, I'm on my knees, praying you don't let me fall. Many men have died from the actions of my hands. People say that's war, but they don't understand. I'm down here on my knees, Lord, please take my hand. Forgive me of my sin and make me a better man. 'Cause I wasn't honest, I only cared about me, and I was a wild one who would rather lie and cheat. And I act up, but I am weak, like a man without a soul. And as they hear the truth about me, Lord, I'm on my knees, praying you don't let me fall. Laying in my bed, my mind is filled with doubt. Did the good Lord hear me scream his name? Did the angels hear me shout? I see the light again as the angel takes my hand. I thank you for your saving grace and for making me a man. 'Cause now I'm honest, I'll tell the world about me. I'm not the wild one everybody used to see. And yes, I'm tough, it's who I am, because the good Lord took my hand. And as they hear the truth about me, Lord, I'm thanking you, because you didn't let me fall. Because you didn't let me fall.
Listening to a little bit about Matt Williams here on GHTR, the nation's podcast radio. Actually, this is good because this guy definitely has a voice that blew me away. I heard actually when Brenda sent me his tracks, I heard probably about 8 seconds of it, and I was hooked. And this young man here has done pretty much everything. He's actually served our country. And later on, I'd like to thank him for his service. and it's just awesome. But we got this phenomenal voice on our show tonight, and I bet she's just dying to get in here and say, "Hello, world, here I am." And how you doing, Matt?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, pretty good.
Very
So,
good.
How does it feel to be on a radio station that's going to be heard by millions?
It's actually kind of crazy. I've never done anything like this before, so
Yeah,
it's pretty exciting.
Are you like pumped up here?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, you ought to be, man, because you got to understand. You came to the right place.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
I did this show 2 years ago, and look where I'm at now.
Not saying you're
Absolutely.
going to be on the radio, but 2 years ago, Christy we were her very first radio show that she ever did, and
It went very far.
yeah, and the thing about it is this is what we do here. This is what GHTR. This is what late night is all about. Late night is to find up and coming new artists out there, and to find the one that is just there. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got across with Christy. It's just like she'll tell you, like the night she was on right after the show, I just had to call him back. I was just like, look, this is just awesome. You got a hell of a voice. I think you sound real good. And I actually started working with him a little bit by a little bit. And
That's awesome.
yeah.
I had some over reverb, if you know what I'm talking about. It's just a little overly done,
Yeah.
so we needed to correct that.
And being
It's all good though.
Yeah, being a production engineer, it's really good to have people who are in your court, because
Oh, definitely.
we can tell you, the changes that need to be made and stuff like this. I can tell you for certain, your voice, okay, bro, there's nothing you need to do. It's there.
Thank you.
I
Thank
mean, you got that, and another thing, man, you got that crazy look going on too, man. That's gonna stop a lot of girls there. You know that too, because in that video you go, listen, guys, this is how you treat your woman.
Yeah, that kind of works, He's kind of got that for him, so we'll give him that.
So,
Thank you.
So, how did you get your start? Where do you come from? Who are you?
Well, I'm actually from Alabama. I was raised in a little town called Geneva, Alabama. It's in the southeast part of the state, a little bit over the Florida line. Very small town. Very. It's your. I don't know. I guess if you put it in a song, I guess it would be like your stereotypical country, little everybody knows everybody town.
Oh.
I grew up there. Music's been a part of my life. My grandfather, he's a preacher. He did a lot of work as far as gospel music and stuff like that. So I mean, I've been around it all my life, and then I guess I more or less just kind of picked it up and just taught myself, how to do things. So I'm not really your like sheet music taught, technique taught kind of player. But
Okay.
Overall, it's been a big part. But I grew up there. I was in band all in school. Had an awesome band director. His name was James Stainback. He's at Ashford High School in Alabama now.
All right.
Just phenomenal guy as far as really introducing me to music. I started out as a xylophone player because I thought they were cool. It was like a piano. And then I actually ended up being a drummer.
Oh, wow.
I guess I fell in love. I had a passion for drums, and I ran with it, and I went a long way. So overall, I mean, I guess as far as who I am, I'm just a normal person. I've done a lot of things in my life, some bad, some good, which we all have.
Uh-huh. We all have our own demons, brother. We all have our own.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I guess that's one of my biggest inspirations to my music is I accept the fact that I've done things in life, and so I put them in a song, and maybe it's a way for other people to be able to be like, man, this guy, he's not afraid to admit what he's done wrong, so why not, why don't we try to fix our lives?
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who won't do that, though.
Yeah, a lot of them stay in the closet about it, I guess.
They
so
do.
to speak. But I don't know. I joined the Army in 2004. Went to basic training, and 5 months after basic training, I found myself sitting in the desert.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it was different. It was very different because I was 18 years old, and I found myself sitting in Iraq, and just a drastic change. A lot of things
Different
happened.
world over there, isn't it, man?
Yeah, it was pretty rough. It was very rough. Like I said, there was a lot of things that happened. There was a lot of things that I saw that I'd never in my wildest dreams would have thought that I was seeing. But I did that. I did 2 tours of Iraq. I did 1 tour of Afghanistan, and absolutely loved the military. I was in infantry, so I was a grunt. I don't know, I guess I really enjoyed it. Besides music, that was what I was good at. I was good at being a soldier. I was good at leading, troops on a battlefield and things like that. And
Right. So how many times when you were over there did you have a guitar? Did you bring a guitar over there with you? Or?
No, you know what? It's funny. I've actually just started teaching myself guitar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and quick story on that. My mom's ex-husband, his name was Frank Campbell. He died a couple of months back, but very good guitar player, man. And honestly, probably the best guitar player that I have ever laid eyes on in my entire life. I mean, this guy would sit there and take like Joe Satriani albums or Steve Vai, and he would sit there and listen to it, and within like 2 minutes, he knows the entire song. He would be adding stuff to it, and just smiling at you while he did it. But I absolutely loved the guitar and never picked it up until now. And but I think he was my inspiration to really try to pick that up and run with it. And
I tell you one, man, you're just coming out of where you came out of out of service and stuff like that, and picking up a guitar and holding that guitar in your hands. That's great therapy, man. I'm telling you, you can go places. Just take my word for it. I mean, it's where you are right now. You're all cool. You're just sitting cool, and you don't even know it yet, do you?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I'm just playing music, man.
What do you want to do, man? What's your dream? What do you want to be? Where do you want to do in the next couple years?
I really want to be I want to be a singer. I enjoy it. I enjoy the art of entertaining. Like there's some artists that strictly all they do is they're classified as entertainers, and which is, it's all fine and dandy. They make cool songs and things like that. But my goal, honestly, it's not even to be like rich and famous, because I don't know, I guess you kind of lose yourself in a sense. But my goal is to really just put real music out to the world, and life experiences, and maybe even like songs where somebody had a bad day, it makes them feel good because they know they're not alone in the situation, But I don't know, I really just want to write good, truthful, honest music and have it distributed to people where they can enjoy it.
Well, one of the things that I know where you're going, and you're on the right track. And the thing about it is right here is what I've seen. When they first told me about you, I was just like, okay, who is this guy? And I go in and I listen to listen to some of your stuff. I follow you on Facebook. I'm kind of like, okay, this guy, he's got something cooking here. And when I heard you sing, and it really is really nice to hear someone who can bring their experiences to music. And now that it's kind of cool, because it sounds to me like inspiration was your life is what inspired you to sing.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, so pretty smart, ain't I?
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it's totally cool, because Christy, it's just like Christy is like by far my most favorite person in the world when it comes to her singing and progressing, her progression and being able to now to spot things that need to change on her own. That's right there is really cool, because she's really, she's picky, but she makes sure she's not overly picky because she knows that can get her in trouble as well. But it's just like to me, it's you're in the same category. I was telling her, I said, look, I put you right there because you're hungry for it.
Yeah.
You want to go out there and you want to make a difference. And saying the one thing I can say is saying that you don't want to be rich is kind of noble. But the thing about it is people are very, very, and Christy's going to tell you what I'm about to say is the honest God truth. People are very, very picky. You are on the radar of everybody, and any mistake you may do or anything that you might say or anything, ask her. It can cause problems. You got to be careful how you treat your fans and stuff like that, right, Christy?
Yes, every single time I write something, there's so many people watching what I do, and they'll message me and ask me about. It doesn't matter, it just gets that way, and yeah, it's like you said though, you just really can't. You can't lose yourself. You can't lose yourself and all that. It's just it's Facebook. They may not be real people. Some of them are real on there, but
I like
quite a few of them. But then there's a bunch of them that aren't. So I mean, you run into all kinds. I had an atheist really attack me and tell me that I couldn't sing at all and I was never going to go anywhere and all this stuff. And I'm like, why are you doing this to me? I mean, first you said you liked the music, then you say this to me.
Well,
he got mad.
Well, yeah, you know what he wanted.
Oh my God!
He got it.
Is this about the man mowing my grass when I didn't even know he mowed the grass?
Yeah, there. You say, "Oh, that's really nice. He did it," and someone says, "Oh, God's looking down on you." I go, "Yeah, it got nothing to do with God. She was probably out there."
Well, I don't think I could tell you what the neighbor did on the air. I don't think I can tell you that, but it was inappropriate, and now he snuck mow my grass again after he said something inappropriate to me. So, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
At least he's persistent, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's 70, but he's persistent.
See, I told you, he wanted to go around that pool, and while he's mowing lawn, seeing you in your bikini. That's what he wanted.
He saw me struggling with the lawnmower one day, and he goes, "Well, let me help you with that." And I was like, he does have a riding lawnmower. What would it hurt to be able to just talk to him nice? Then lo and behold, he's like, "Well, let me see something else." And then I was like, yeah. And then he pulled his shirt up and showed me his. And I was like, well, wow, I should have gave you $1 for that. That's all I did. Because I was just like, I should have gave you $1 for that. I was worth some money there. And then I walked away and locked my door because I was like, I can't believe he just asked me for that, So now he's snug mowed my grass again today, so we'll see what happens next. I'll keep y'all informed.
Right. Matt's saying, well, what's this got to do with what?
It really doesn't. I'm so random like that.
Yeah, she is. You got to get used
to it. That's all right.
She talks a lot.
It breaks the monotony of things that way.
Yeah. Well, you need to feel a little, you just need to kick back, put your heels up, man. You're on a radio show.
He doesn't wear high heels, I'm thinking.
No.
No, I'm definitely wearing tennis shoes.
But no, I mean, it sounds to me like it's just like you really enjoy your music. So, I'll be honest with you, and Christy will tell you, I don't say this to a lot of people, and I think you need a lot of blessings to come your way, and I don't think you realize where you're at right now. So. It'll
work out for you, trust me.
Yeah.
Just kiss up to Rob a little bit.
What's that?
Just kiss up to Rob. You won't even have to mow his grass or anything,
No. But no, it's really cool. My daughter actually right now is going to be going into service in November. She wants to be an RN. She's 19 years old and stuff like that, and she's a little bit nervous about going in. And I keep telling her, man, look, dude, you should have went to the Navy, man. She goes, no, and I go, why? And she goes, well, because my mom was in the Army. And I go, I don't care, go to the Navy. And she's like, we just argue about it. You know how the military, we all argue where we want our kids to go. It's like, of course, you're probably thinking I don't want my kid ever to go, but.
You know what? I hope it doesn't come to that. I'd much rather him go to school and do something productive. But as you know, I mean, if he wants to, then
Well,
I'll
yeah.
support it.
Yeah,
But,
there's some good careers in the military, but you got to put up with so much crap. It's just unbelievable. You don't have to comment on that right now at this time. But no, I mean it's just amazing. So, how does it feel to be like to hear your music and now to know that there are people out there who are going to comment back and they're going to come back and they're going to say, "Hey, we want to know more about this guy." How's it?
I mean, it's definitely cool. I mean, I don't like I said, I don't really know what to think, honestly. Like, I mean, when people say, they'll contact me and like, oh, you're like, just a few minutes ago, I had a friend of mine back home in Alabama. She was like, Matt Williams, you did it again, and I was like, well, what did I do? She's like, well, you just did it again with that song. You got me all teary-eyed and this and that and the third. And I was like, well, hey, that's what I'm good at,
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's really cool that people want to know, who I am and why I write the way I write. I think it speaks volume to me as a songwriter, and I guess I'm going to consider myself a songwriter here. But I guess it speaks volume to me that my music can touch people in a way that nobody else's music can.
Right.
And that really gets to me. Like I said, when somebody tells me, like, oh my God, I like that song I just did recently, You'll Make Her Cry. I got people saying, well, oh my gosh, I was crying, and I hope I find a man like that. And that's good. That's I enjoy that feedback.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Come on now.
Wait for the stalkers. Wait for the stalkers. The stalkers are
Right.
gonna start coming.
What did I say? And I go, you got that look going on. That all the girls, you don't have to, you have to just sing that song to them like you did on your Facebook page. Put that damn thing on YouTube, and you're gonna have a million frickin' girls wanting to knock on your frickin' door. Who the hell are you trying to kid? Come on now.
It's not even. It's not even about that though. And trust me, I get my fair share of like emails every day.
I bet
like,
you
will
do.
you marry me? And I'm in love with you.
Oh, you
and
already
I'm
got the stalkers. I see. He's got them already.
Well, you're
I'm
on
sitting
your
here going,
way.
and I'm like, look, you don't even know who I am.
That's what I said. They asked me to marry him too.
Yeah. People ask me for my phone number and this and that and the third. I'm just like,
That's
oh,
scary.
my
That
God.
is scary, right? Have you
It's freaky. Like and you know what though? Now I realize why all these big artists, they don't really have Facebook pages. You have somebody behind the scenes like, like, oh yeah, I'm Blake Shelton or somebody, and it's really not, because they're weird, man. There's some weird people out there. But you know what though? I mean, hey, that's your fans,
I like
It's
this
the ones
guy.
that are
He goes,
gonna-
the
yeah,
weirdos
so-
are my fans. Oh no! Like,
Like anytime somebody says something like weird or creepy to me, I'm usually like, okay, well, thank you. I'm glad you like the
Put
music.
them in a
Have a good day.
file. I'm serious. Put them in a file because it might be a bad,
yeah.
situation.
The thing about it, the thing I think, yeah, you're right. You got that one right, Christy. Anyway, so the thing about it is just amazing that you're in this place, and one of the things I like. And I'm on Christy all the time about getting in front of the camera and doing what you did. Get that on YouTube. You gotta feel you can record right from YouTube. You connect you can connect your YouTube channel right to your Facebook page. So every time you make a new video, it'll show up on your Facebook page. Come on, man. That is how you're gonna gain a whole lot of girls and fans.
Well, I've done it, and I put stuff on YouTube. My biggest thing, I have no idea how this goes. I have no idea how the music industry is. I'm new to that.
Well, guess what? You're on your
What's that?
way. You're on your way. How does that mean? You just took a step, man. You're on your way. Millions of people are gonna hear your voice, brother.
Like I said, that's awesome.
Millions of people are gonna see that picture of you holding out your hand to that dog.
Hey, that was a really crazy day.
Yeah, there's always something crazy about the day. That's just the good part. That dog was probably more scared than you. So
Man, that dog was mad. I'm telling you, that dog was completely mad. We were actually doing a search of a compound.
uh-huh.
Well, it was a lot actually. It was like more like a village, but that dog was raising hell. Like it was just, he was mad, that we were there. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm tired of this dog. So I lit me up a cigarette. I walk over there and I was like, listen, like you're gonna stop right now. And I bent down, And as soon as I did that, a friend of mine, she was an MP attached to us. Her name is Malkia Lideker. She actually took that picture at the right time, and she sent that to me like a month and a half ago, and that's why I have it. And that's been over. That was in 2011.
Right.
But it was cool, I'm a dog person, and I'm like, I'm not gonna shoot the dog, I'm gonna try to
Well, you at least shook
talk
his
to him.
hand. You shook his hand. That was a good thing, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, after that he was cool, he was just like, all right, well I'll chill out,
Yeah.
So-
Believe me, we're animal lovers ourselves here, so you ain't got a
I have
problem
2
there.
puppies.
Yeah, you don't want to know the barn I got. I got a barn house. Jesus. I've got.
I love my dogs, man. I'm a dog person.
Hey, but no, I mean that's this is great, and then again, I just want to thank you for your service over there and everything. You deserve.
Hey, you're welcome.
You deserve a lot, and I actually know what you've gone through. I know pretty much more probably than you want to know. But the thing about it is this is what you did. You came back. Now you don't have to go back and do that again. You know what I'm saying? Unless crap breaks loose here in the United States, then I guess we're going to be forced to do what we need to do. But all I'm saying.
Oh well, us as Americans, we're gonna handle business.
Yeah, you're damn right we're gonna handle business. Come on, man. It's like I was actually talking to someone not long ago. It was really cool. Is this? They said, so what do you think about all this stuff with this new ISIS and all this other stuff? I said, you know what? I am so sick and tired of the Middle East. Let's just drop the nuke and get it over with, for crying out loud.
I'm saying the same thing.
Saying, geez, these people are not going to change. They haven't changed for 5,000 years. What's going to make them change right now? They've been fighting each other for over 5,000 years.
Yeah.
Well, what do we need to do? Just sit back and just frickin' grab a couple lawn chairs and just watch these countries kill each other.
Yeah, and, I mean, that's what I had a really good plan too. And me and my guys, we would be sitting there, while we were overseas, and we'd be out there. And our time, I got a good friend named Greg Galeazzi. He was severely injured. He's an amputee now, but he's one of my best friends. Like me and him would sit there, when all of our men were asleep, and we would sit there and smoke cigarettes, and that was our thing. But we would have really deep conversations. And I had this really good plan. I was like, listen, I got a way to fix all of this. I was like, you give me 5 planes, 2 bombs a plane. I said, we turn this entire area of the world into glass. And I was like, then we start a window company.
I like that.
We get rich, man.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
We'll call it like Arabic window or some kind of cool name for glass. I don't know.
Yeah, you might not be able to touch it for 3,000 years, but damn, it'll be good glass when it's.
Yeah.
When someone asked me that the other day, I was just sitting back here going, you know what? I don't know what the hell is going on up there at the in our government, but they better send some boys out there to take care of these people before it gets escalates into more innocent people dying. I mean, and the thing about it is I'm all for it, man, and I actually want to frickin' write a song about that right now.
I've been working on one. I've actually been working on one. My grandfather gave me a really neat idea. He wanted me to talk about like our problems, not so much like the problems of war, like I've been writing about, like my experiences, but more or less the government issue. He was like, I got an idea. And I was like, okay. So he says, think about, a soldier, whether it be, Vietnam, any war that we've had, where a lot of, where we still do have veterans today from those wars. And he was like, why don't you write a song about how, he gave everything for his country, but what is his country going to give, to him? And it's actually, honestly, I'll tell you, even as a veteran, it's a very hard song to write, because without really, I guess, being able to keep it broad, it's hard to do without, while still trying to get the point across of the song. But I started it out as a soldier from Vietnam as the first half of the song, and the second half of the song is, my experiences as a Middle East combat vet.
Right.
And I'm still not even done with it. I'm nowhere near done with it. But it's actually really hard to write about, believe it or not.
Right. Well, I know. I'm not. Look, I'm not a songwriter. I'm a guitar. That's for all the stuff that I've ever done. That's where it all comes from. I remember sitting down and there's these thoughts that go into your mind, and you're trying to. You can sit there and close your eyes, and you start to get these things that kind of creep into your head, and you kind of the things that people have seen, the things that people have done, the heartache that people have gone through. You kind of play this over and over inside your head, and it comes out through the bending of the strings and different sounds and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, you kind of one day you just look down and you go, oh, man, did I just write a song? And it's like you can play it again, and I'm like, wow, and that's what did it for me. I literally, when I self-taught myself how to play guitar, I played every single day, about 4 or 5 hours every single day. Every single day. I didn't miss days. I hardly missed a day, because it was the last thing I did before I went to bed.
And it's like your escape, it's
go
like
away.
Music winds you down.
It does. It winds you down. It also, it's like they say, it calms the savage beast. I believe
it does.
I believe it does, because it's just like with me. When I used to sit there and it's like I remember one time I was in the studio and I had my daughter with me. And I've shared this with Christy a lot, and I had my daughter with me, and I take her in her carrier and I put it down in the studio, and I go and pick up my guitar, and I'm wired in. I'm not playing through an amp or anything. I'm wired direct in, and I can hear my guitar on my headsets and stuff, and I'm just kind of playing around with this one song I was wanting to do. I had part of it, but I wanted to finish the rest of it, and we started playing the song, and next thing you know, I just kind of looked down at my daughter, and she had this big smile on her face, and and the song came right out of me then. It was perfect all the way through.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, that song's definitely, Elizabeth's Eyes. That, and that's the best song I ever did. And that's exactly how you bring all that in. And it has to be the same way with you. I don't mean to. I'm not trying to steal your thunder here, but I'm just saying.
Oh no, you're good.
That's exactly what it's about. And Christy will tell you the same thing. It's when the song comes together, when you work real hard, because you change it and change it and change it and change it. You'll change your
the best
songs.
way to probably write that song, Matt, is probably to you probably know this already, but just relax about it and just start writing on one piece of paper. Write something down that hits you good, and then turn the page, write another little paragraph, and then eventually when you're sitting down talking to somebody, co-writing or whatever, it just comes to you. It's just oh, that goes together, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, the biggest I guess this would be true for any songwriter really, or any musician period. Like I said, being involved in music ever since, I had my first drum set at 18 months old, I didn't know how to play it, but hey man, I sure could bang the hell out of it, But I guess really it's all about raw emotion, and that's the way I think about it, my song Whiskey on My Breath that I wrote about, on August 30th, 2010, there in Afghanistan, I lost 2 of my best friends, at the same time. Casey Grahoviak and Martin Aziska. And that song, even while I was still there and I remained there and going through day to day, that song was in my head, but it's I really didn't know it.
Right.
And then I came home, and like one day, like there was I went through a little hard time, as far as, my friends getting killed and other things that happened. But I sat down one day and I just started writing, and at first my intention, honestly, was to write a book.
Oh, really?
I was going to write a book, because I enjoy writing. I get that from my mother, but I was going to sit down and start writing a book, and all of a sudden, this song, as I was writing it, I was just reading it, and I was like, man, I said, that is a song right there, and I guess for me as a songwriter, it's hard to not be so vivid, just because of the experiences that I've had. But I think when you're writing a song, it really and truly, if you're writing it for a meaningful purpose, like if this song really means something to you and you want it to mean something for somebody else, you really have to just let your emotions go and just really let them write the song,
Right.
And then, once you write it all down, then maybe do a little arranging here and there to make it work. But overall, like, I just feel that if you really want to express yourself and your intention is to let everybody hear this, then you should make it worth their time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I write just off just raw emotion, and I think that's done well for me. I'm not saying it would do well for everybody else, but it does make it hard to pitch songs to other artists, though, when it's so, I guess, so focused on, your feelings.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes, a lot of people understand that, though. When you're putting a lot of emotion into a song, it doesn't really matter what other people are thinking. That's your song. It's like if you'll know when you play the song, if your fans like the song, and then you'll know where you did wrong. So it's always a learning experience for you, and that is something you don't really have to ever lose, and you should never give up, because that is what's going to make you unique and stand out from other people.
Yeah, just be yourself. Don't try to impress anybody. If they don't like it, then somebody likes it somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's like I've had people tell me, they'll email me, and they'll be like, look, your song was really good, but you need to try to, if you're going to try to pitch this to people in Nashville or,
they told me the same thing. Guess who's wrong? Guess who's wrong?
They're like, you need to be more general in your writing. You don't need to be so specific. And I'll tell them, I'm like, you know what? I can't do that, because at that point, then I have really lost sight of what I'm writing about,
They
because
told me I needed to be commercial and write a commercial song. Yep, they told me that too.
No, and I can't do that. I can. I've got one that I'm going to put up tomorrow, as a matter of fact, that's very general. Anybody and their brother could sing it, but, that's what it's meant for. It's not meant
Let's
to
write
be
one
specific.
about Tide together, okay? I'm just kidding.
Todd.
What?
Tide. The detergent. I have an accent, Rob. Give me a break.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I didn't know what she said either.
Well,
Oh, my gosh.
Todd.
And I'm from Alabama.
I know.
I'm from North Carolina.
Yeah, and her speech is way off, believe me. Way off.
It's Rob who has the speech impediment.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
Hey, Matt, we're going to
Not
play
what I
another.
heard.
Actually, I'm going to play another one of your songs, but I'm going to play the one that I like the most.
Okay.
Okay, and it's because I'm sorry, but I love the intro of this song. So I'm gonna play it right now.
All right.
Okay, guys, here is the full, complete song of You'll Make Her Cry. Side note for you. Men, listen to the song, okay? Stop screwing it up. This is your song. It's telling you what to do. Stop screwing it up, okay? Listen to it. Here we go. Don't make her cry. Well, I don't care what anyone has to say. You better hold on to that girl. Don't let her slip away. And always wipe the tears from her eyes. Protect her with your loving arms. Promise to love her all her life, and you'll make her cry. Be a man, stand by her side. Don't joy. Tell her she's beautiful every day. When she breaks down, you gotta build her up. Show her that you're here to stay. She'll look up into your eyes with nothing left to say. So she'll cry because she loves you, and there's nowhere in the world she'd rather be. And you gotta give her love and pure devotion, or one day you're gonna turn and watch her leave, and you'll make her cry. Tell her you appreciate her love. Make sure she knows nobody else can do the things she does. And greet her every morning with a sweet kiss and a smile. Make sure she knows God let an angel lay there by your side, and you'll make her cry. And she'll cry because she loves you, and there's nowhere in the world she'd rather be. And you gotta give her love and pure devotion, or one day you're gonna turn and watch her leave, and you'll make her cry. You'll make her cry.
Awesome, man. Now I'm gonna tell you
couple
something. I want to
mess
tell you
ups in
something.
there.
That's an ass saver right there. That's what that
It's really
song
good.
is.
It's really, I loved it.
The actual the actual MP3 recording that I put up is a lot better than that one.
But it doesn't matter. I told you. Why did I tell you I liked it? I said because it's really you. It's that raw deal, and it doesn't have to be perfect.
You'd
Yeah.
You know what
be
I'm
surprised.
saying?
You'd
Yeah.
be surprised. The fans will come out of the woodworks.
Listen.
I mean, look at me. I mean, y'all didn't know I was sand-tied.
I'm still questioning that one.
Yeah, we
Oh
are.
my gosh.
So, but the thing about it
See,
is,
I'm okay with that.
yeah, she's okay with that. She's always okay with everything. But the thing about it is think about it this way, Matt. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to have it perfect. That song right there, get that on YouTube and start to be. Listen, get your YouTube channel all set up. You got people to help you now. Next step is to get everything set up. You want to take this to the top? I'm telling you, you need tools to get you there. YouTube, you doing what you just did. You're going to win the hearts of a lot of people, especially what you even say in the beginning. Side note, well, guys, listen to the words of this song. This is a tool. This is like get your ass out of trouble kind of song. Here, baby, play the song, you know. You have it playing on the stereo in the truck when you're coming home or something from an argument. That's the first thing I would put in because our asses would be saved. That is a good song, dude. That is...
Yes.
That right there is your hit. That is your hit. Get it on YouTube. Listen to him. He's like, I know it, man.
Oh, he's got a lot of talent. I mean, he's doing good. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
He's like,
Yeah, just be a goofball, or just be yourself. If you're already a goofball, you make a lot of mistakes. It's okay.
It's really funny though, because like I'm definitely myself. Now, granted, there's a lot of things in my life that I changed over the past few years, and for good reason, because I
Well,
needed to.
that's okay to do that.
hey, were
But
you?
like,
I got a
Go ahead.
question. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Were you gonna sing Brenda her birthday song?
Yeah.
She's putting you on the spot like that. Oh my gosh.
I know she is. I don't know which one she wanted me to sing though, because she asked me to work on Colin Ray's song, and so I was kind of working on it. But I mean, I sent her this though. I was like, "Hey, I'm sending you this video." I kind of hoped maybe that was going to be sufficient. But if it's not, I'll definitely.
You don't have to do it.
Was it like she wanted you to do a video with like a bow tie on or something like that? Is that what she wanted?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to talk
that
to
would be
Brenda.
Brenda.
I think Brenda's gonna be one of your stalkers.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm picking on you, Brenda.
We'll have a talk with her about that.
You might have to. Might have to watch me too. You never know.
She might be looking for that personal dance too. You know that one thing that she's. We're trying to get her on the show, but she won't go on because guess what? Brenda's too shy.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But she's so talented and so sweet.
I love to have her on our show. It would be so funny. She's got that Boston attitude too, boy. I really, she's such a sweet girl, but I'd hate to see her pissed, to be honest with you. It'd be scary. Oh.
Hey, you know what? Hey, check it out. I'm going to be honest. I hate to see any woman pissed.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Because it is a force to be reckoned with, man.
And that's why you're writing those songs, right? You're giving.
I'm trying to give guys a fair warning, like, hey, if you want to avoid this, do this.
That's the way it should be, though. I mean, to be honest with you, that's, when I first heard that song, I felt like shit. I did. I go, oh, this bastard, man. It made me feel so freaking bad. I go out there and I'm like looking at Jody. I'm like, oh, man, I got to change the way I freaking am with her. I mean, I'm like, thanks,
but that's good.
brother.
You see that right there, though? You see that? That means that my song, like, touched you. It made you realize something, and that is my goal.
There you go. Well, see, what the hell are we waiting for? Why don't we make this a #1 hit?
Hey, go for it.
Well, you got to hit, man. You got to get this. You got to. It's time. Are you ready to go? Or are you just going to sit back and wait for it to come? Are you going to go after it?
I'm really ready. I'll tell you why. Long story short, I basically lost everything that I had. And right now, I actually live with a friend of mine because, well, he was there for me, and I have a little boy. I have a 3-year-old son. He'll be 4 this month, at the 28th.
Oh, wow, cool.
He's with my mother in Alabama. His name is Christian Matthew. He is the love of my life. He's my inspiration for everything. And so, I want to show him, that, hey, 1, Daddy's not a loser, okay? 2, I am a good father to him. I'm an awesome father. But I want to build a life for my son that I never had. And I want to build a life for my family, like my entire family, that, they would never see and we would never see, if I didn't pursue this. And that's really my goal. Like, I'm more of a giver. I want to give my family back, because I did a lot of things to my family.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
And so I really want to do nice things, and like, hey, let me pay off your car, man. Let me pay off your house, like that way you don't have to worry about anything, And my grandparents, if they want to go to the mountains, I'm like, hey, cool, I'm gonna go buy you an RV and you can drive around for as long as you want to.
All right, there you go. Yeah.
But I mean, this whole thing is really like I'm very determined.
See, this is what is really cool. I want to give you some really good advice, and it's going to be advice that I want you to take with you every day. First off, you already have the talent, and if anybody tells you you don't, you tell them go where to pack sand. Okay, you know what? Yeah, and you know what sand we would rather he use, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so the thing about it is here it is. Don't fall for people who are fake, because there's going to be people going to come at you and they're going to say they're going to do this, they're going to do that, they're going to do this, and they want to
they already
friends.
have.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, anything, I'm going to say this on the air, anything that I tell you will be legit. Anything I help you with is legit. This is legit as it's gonna get. Christy?
Yeah, legitimate. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. It really is. I'm just messing with him again. I'm doing it to him again. Actually, he's totally right. I mean, he helped me big time. We'll talk about that in private, but he did, and it didn't cost me a thing. So it was so nice of him to do all this stuff for me, and it just kept going. So I mean, I don't know. Like, you're on this show this month, and so is Daniel Peck, and possibly Jimmy Wayne this same month. I don't know if he's going to be on this month or not, but he is coming on the show too. So, like, you're on the show with some pretty big artists, and we had Nathan Bremer and Ben Bradford. He's number 5 again on CMT Pure 12-pack countdown or something.
Oh, nice.
And so, like, you've heard it, Tequila Makes the World Go Round.
Yes.
Yeah, that's him, and we had him on the show already. And he's a good friend of mine and stuff. And you'll find the real people. If you add me on Facebook, I'll kind of guide you around who's who on my Facebook. Don't trust everybody on my Facebook.
Yeah,
I just leave them there.
The word is
judge,
if you don't know, if it's better to ask. She comes to me a lot, and she'll say, "Hey, what do you think about this guy?" And I'm like, let me check him out. Find out.
Yeah.
It's like, let me do some work. And none of the people I know have heard these people.
Well, what did the guy say the other day? He was from some record label that's
he was
huge.
RCA. He was
RCA, yeah.
RCA.
He said he was with the RCA. He's interested in me, which I don't doubt because we've had some legitimate contacts.
Yeah.
But the guy's name, I didn't recognize it. That doesn't mean he's not real. It just means that I got to do some digging now.
I already forgot his name. He's nothing but a scam artist. That's the way I feel.
Well, hold up. I did find his name attached to a co-write on something. But see, that's what I'm thinking.
You don't know if it's the same guy.
There.
You don't know it's the same guy. What are you talking about? Unless it's
no,
the same
I
picture.
don't.
All right, then. So you know you shouldn't. See, this is the kind of stuff you get to.
Again. That's what I'm asking.
The thing about it is,
he has no respect, man. See what I'm talking about?
He's away from the mic.
Yeah, there's always
step away from the mic, Rob.
there's always that freaking excuse. God darn it, man.
See,
I'm just like,
hey, don't follow Rob's lead. You won't get any chick. I'm surprised that Jody even puts up with that. I think she's at the door with a frying pan.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, hey, that's good, though, because all he's got to do is pop my song in like he said, and it'll be okay, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I think he needs a little bit more help than that. Coach Rob, hey, you can help him back. Coach Rob in how to be suave towards Jody.
Oh, man, I think I'm pretty...
It's been a long road on that one.
Oh, I don't know, man.
It's trial and error, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's been a lot of error.
I think everybody has those error points. It's like, oh, damn. It's like I had a real big boo-boo over the summer, and I'm telling you, man, it does make you think twice about the people who you do associate with. Holy Christ.
Yeah, that was pretty big. That was also a female that Rob made mad.
Yeah. I made
Hey, man, your track record sounds like mine.
It's like... Yeah, well, the thing about it is here's my big thing. Oh, God, I'm going to get email after email about this. I don't know if I want to go there because that's a painful subject. It's like this.
Hey, if in your gut it says don't do it, then don't do it.
No,
Rob hears that voice
I don't have
and
a gut.
does it anyway.
I do it anyway. It's like because I don't really care. But I do, baby out there, wherever you're at, listening to the show, I do care about you, okay? But listen.
Get him with the frying pan when he comes out of the door. I'm serious.
It's like this. It's like, you got women out there so freaking high maintenance, and they want everything. They want the whole shindig. And I watch these people on Facebook going back and forth, showing pictures of their houses and the things they own and stuff like this. I'm going... I couldn't live with a woman like that. I'd put her in the freezer, put some bricks on top of it because
well, I have this family member that has like $100-and-some flip flops, freaking flip flops.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that.
Man,
Like, what's
my
the
flip-flops come
necessity?
from Walmart.
Michael Kors flip flops.
Yeah,
Who
don't say-
needs
don't-
those?
don't-
I mean, like, do you really need them? I mean, the dog's gonna chew them up. I seen my puppy looking at them.
You want to know what really sucks? You want to know what really sucks? This is where you know you're crossing over into a different lifestyle, or maybe instead of lower class, you're moving into maybe middle class. This is a tall tale sign. I'm going to tell you this. When they tell you not to shop at Walmart and shop at
Already
the
happened.
yeah, I know. It's just like, really, I can't go to Walmart. Oh no,
I'm
should.
gonna shop at Dollar Tree too. Dollar Tree's good.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm looking at these people. It's like I was actually talking to Jody earlier tonight about how some people extend themselves so much, and I said, man, if I had made, like, we know a friend of mine, between him and his wife, they make $8,000 a month.
Oh, can't complain with that.
Okay, yeah, but they are so extended out that all $8,000 goes towards every bill. They have actually at the end of every month of their paychecks, they actually have approximate maybe minus 215.
Oh my God. They need to cut back a little bit.
Okay, right. But see, you can't tell these people anything, and they extend themselves out. And then when one loses a job,
you're screwed.
Living in a frickin'. Let me put it this way: they're living in a $350,000 home, okay, and their payments are over $4,900 a month.
Whew.
Okay, now look at the price. See, it's taken one of their paychecks just to make the house payment. I mean, if I made $8,000 a month, if I was making $8,000 a month, I could still live in a very nice house, but I'd start with something small and that I could build on. Like,
Look, I'll tell you how to do it. And this is my plan. If I could, I thought about selling some of these songs, and then again, I kind of don't want to either. But I was thinking to myself, I told my mom this, I was like, if I could get to Nashville and just, at first, if I could somehow make about $50,000, I said I would go buy me a nice little double-wide trailer, about 5 acres of land, and I would put it on there, and I would be just fine.
That's the thing. I would be too. I would be fine with that. As a matter of fact, it's what I live in right now. A nice double.
Yeah, I would have done that.
It's like home,
There's
man.
nothing wrong with it.
Whatever.
Rob, I would have done that too, but with the tornadoes coming through Nashville, I don't know if you really are wanting to do a trailer. Maybe it might be a little dangerous. We do have a lot of tornadoes.
That is a problem. But I'd just, basically, if I was going to move out in that area, I'd try to find a cave to live in. So
you already live in a cave, don't you, Rob?
No, pretty close. Yeah, up here in Michigan, it's just like, It's just like it really sucks is because we are right about ready to get bombarded with a winter. And it's like we're all, like right now, saying, well, last year was a bad winter. I had 20 inches of ice on the roof of my house.
Yeah, and I'm good.
Listen,
I'm good, man.
Listen to him.
I don't like Florida too much, but I don't need that either.
Hey, you know what would be a good place for you to go, brother? Go and spend a couple months. Costa Rica, man. Get on the beach, get in a bungalow down there, get a part-time job, playing at a couple clubs.
I'll tell you my dream place.
Oh, no, here we go. No. Don't you dare say Nashville.
No.
Okay.
Nashville's not my dream place.
No,
Nashville is where I want to go to play. I want to get some music out. But my dream place, I want to go back to Colorado. I absolutely love the state of Colorado.
Why?
I've
let me
never
ask
been.
you. Listen, let me run in there. Does anybody here know why guys love Colorado so much? And
Well,
I'll bet you.
okay.
I bet you there's not a person out there that can answer that question.
Why guys love Colorado?
Yeah, because pretty much everybody that I've ever talked to in my whole life, the dream place that they want to go is there. Even me. I mean, if I had a place that I could go, It'd be Colorado because you could buy some cheap land, you know, and in the mountains and stuff like that. That would be heaven. But go ahead.
It is.
Huh?
It is. It is heaven there. I absolutely love it. I enjoy it mainly because if you're bored in the state of Colorado, then you are just a boring person. Because like year round, you can do anything. You know, if you want to go skiing, snowboarding in the winter, you got it right there. In the summertime, me and my friends, my neighbor Brandon, we would ride dirt bikes every weekend in this place called Rainbow Falls. And I mean, that's what we did, you know, and it's an awesome place to be. And I mean, the scenery is beautiful. Like, I never get tired of looking at the mountains. I'll tell you this right now, I get tired of looking at water in Florida. Just because I don't know, there's nothing to do. But it's just overall just a nice place, and I fell in love there when I was stationed there at Fort Carson, and I don't know, it's just been my dream. I would like to build a house out, you know, like you said, out in the mountains somewhere where it's just me and I can just live peacefully.
Is that what you want to do then, huh? I like that.
Yeah.
I
what I want to do.
I know it's just really cool, you know. To me, it's anybody's dream. I mean, I lived in the city, okay? And when you get used to living in the city, you get used to living in the city. You are, believe me, but there was always that country, I hate to say country boy, because I grew up on a farm. I grew up in the country, but I'm a rock and roll. You know, like
that's what I grew up on, man. I grew up on classic rock and southern rock. Mm-hmm. That's actually my foundation for my music. Like, I don't want to be twangy country, but I don't want to be so much the new. I want to be hard rock country. I want to kind of be that Leonard Skinner, you know, that southern rock type of feel.
Right.
You know, that's kind of what I'm aiming for in some of my music, just because that's what I grew up with, you know, and that's what I like.
Right. Well, of course.
Cause I think a lot of these guys, they kind of lose sight, you know, and I mean, in any genre of music, if you look at it, they all tell a different story, you know. Like, anybody can say, okay, well, country, talk about your dog, your girl, your truck, you know, a dirt road, something like that, and you can write a country song.
Right.
And in all seriousness, that is true. Mm-hmm. Okay, and and like rock and roll, they write about different things. Like, you know, I mean, it's just a style. But I like base my sound on like a southern rock with a little country blues to it. You know, so I try to mix it up a little bit.
Oh God, yes. I mean, the thing about it is for me, okay, I'm going to just say this. It's not that I do like country music. I do. Oh,
you're going to get hurt. Do you know how many people we've had on the show now? You're going to say it, aren't you?
Yes, I'm going to say it.
He's going to get hurt. I'm telling you.
No, listen, I do. No, really, seriously, I do like it. I like all types of music. And my daughter, my wife, and everyone will tell you, I love big band. I love jazz. I love
That's
it all.
Cool.
And I can listen to country, but you know, the only thing I can't listen to is some of the hip hop stuff. It's just I don't get it.
I can't either.
I mean, I mean, there's some of it you can kind of like has a real nice beat. We got a guest coming up.
Yeah, Steve Music.
I heard
look it up on YouTube, STEE Music.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah, the first 5 seconds, 8 seconds, just like you, I heard him. I said, yeah, he's in. Yeah, I need him. I want to hear more of him.
And they work in my brother's garage. That's so cool, right?
So the thing,
you know, what's crazy though is like, my favorite music in the entire world is smooth jazz. Like Brian Culbertson, my all-time favorite piano player that ever existed. And then, like, when I was in Colorado, I used to make, like, rap beats for these, you know, like, amateur rappers in Colorado. They would come to me, they'd be like, hey, I need music for a new show. Okay. And honestly, I would sit there, it would take me 30 minutes, you know, maybe. And I would give them a whole brand new, fresh out of the box beat. And I'd be like, here you go, man. You know, whatever. And I used to do things like that. But it's like...
You know, the thing about it is I want to talk to you about that. Okay? Dude... All you need for you is You already got the piano. That tells me you can play a keyboard. That tells me you're very inclined, musically inclined.
Yeah.
So, do you have a keyboard? Do you have one?
I did. I used to have a Roland Phantom G8.
Oh my God!
Absolutely loved it. I'm gonna get another one one day, but like I said, I went through kind of a bad spot.
Let's just take deep breaths and deep breaths. There's things that might happen. You never know how, and things can change. Just listen to me.
Okay.
With the
He's bossy. See.
Yeah, I am very bossy. With the keyboard, you know already that you could lay down a lot. You could create a whole song. You can compose your whole song. Now that you're learning how to play the guitar, some PC equipment, some freaking programs and stuff like that, and you'll be mixing music. And
oh yeah.
I think you need to have that. I think you need to have that in your life. I think you need to start moving forward. And there's things out there in life that can help. And there's a lot. But, it's like Christy will tell you have to put the legwork in, you have to do the hard work. And she's actually taught me a few things. I mean, how mouthy she can be, but that's...
Yeah, pretty much.
But you know what, though? I mean, that's... what you said is very true. You have to put the legwork in. You have to put hard work. And my thing about it is that, there's that saying, like, if you love what you do, then you'll never work a day in your life. I absolutely am completely 100% infatuated with music. And, like, me sitting at a piano all day or writing music all day is not work. That is nothing but a good time. And, like, I have some friends where... they have a band and they've offered to give me a hard demo that I would be able to present to people, and it's coming along, but it's not work for me. Like, I could, if you told me, like, if you were a record label and you said, hey, I'm going to sign you, and I signed with you, if you said, Matt, I got to have an album by the end of I got to have an album by October 31st, I would never leave the studio until that album was done, just because it's not work to me. It is honestly nothing but, A, a learning experience, and then B, it is my passion.
Of course,
I absolutely love it.
So I just feel that you are so ahead of your own time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm really impressed with the way that you come across as being, you're a nice guy. And that one song, boy, like I said, all you need to do is get that on YouTube, and you can start taking out applications for new girlfriends or something. But the thing about it is what I'm saying is there's people out there. You need to find that person. I don't know if you have someone or not, but I'm just saying.
Rob's interested. Watch out.
Yeah. But no, I think you have you shut up, girl. Anyway, but I'm saying I think you're just all there, and I'm interested in what you had to bring, and so's Christy. Christy's.
Yes. You
got a good voice, dude, and it's like that voice that you'd want to listen to. Of course, we've heard some whoppers, but I'm just saying, I didn't have to listen to it long to know. So I hope it makes you feel kind of cool. You know what I'm saying?
It does. It definitely does.
So, but
I mean, that's a big thing to me, is that I think, I mean, obviously I'm biased because it's me, but I feel that I can get across to listeners a lot better, especially like as you guys are looking at it. It's just, it's raw material. It's me in the rawest form possible. And I do, have a lot of confidence, and, I take a lot of pride in the fact that I think that I can really sing. I don't need all these other things to make me sound good, and that's where, I focus on artists that I like. If you sound good on a CD, then cool. Let me hear what you sound like live.
Right.
And if you sound good live, then I'm I'm a fan. We're good. You know what I mean? Like, you can sing for real. We're good.
Well, I think that some of one of the things you need to have some tools, and these tools are very important for you. And actually, we're gonna Like I said, maybe after the show we can actually get with you in the next couple days. I'd like to talk to you. And it's all good. It's all good conversation, but I want to get with you, talk to you, and sit down and come up with maybe a plan so you can get your butt going in this, and you'd be amazed at probably some of the things you're gonna be able to get.
Awesome.
And you need to understand that this is not. There's one thing that Christy will tell you: there is no strings attached.
No, there's not. I just keep messing with Rob the whole time because it's just too much fun.
Everybody likes.
Well, it's like, I mean, my biggest thing is I enjoy, like, especially with you guys. Like, I was really excited. I actually listened to your show just the other night, and I forget the guy that you had on there. But he had some really cool.
Was it
music.
Larry? It was Larry Stevens, wasn't it?
There you go. Yeah. That's the one. And honestly, like, I'm not a huge like fan of his music, but I did like his music. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I listened to you guys, and I actually got a lot of knowledge just from y'all's conversation. But my biggest thing is I wanted to know. Like, I enjoy, criticism. I like for people to tell me things. I like for people to give me advice, because I do listen. I use it, and especially, like, with you guys, this is what you do, you know what I mean? Like, you know what you're doing, especially, like, you, Rob, as a production engineer. The technical side of it, and then, Christy, she's a singer, songwriter, so she knows the performance side of it. And so I was really eager to hear, your guys' like advice and critique and stuff like that. So
You want to go first, Rob?
No. Maybe we ought to play the good cop, bad cop scenario there.
No.
No.
I'll go first then. I don't mind talking first.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be here for an hour, so kick up your feet.
Okay. Your music's really good. You got a good personality to go with it. I am not just saying this. And you have a look. You kind of remind me of myself, so I really can't say anything bad about you because some of the stuff you were saying, if you go back and listen to my first, like, couple years ago, the first 3-hour interview, it was, what was it, 2 hours and 40 minutes, Rob,
yeah.
or something like that?
Yeah, we couldn't shut you up.
And so if you listen to it, you'll hear me say some of the things that you were saying. I mean, seriously, so I think you're on the right track. What Rob was saying about don't fall into those little tricks, they will actually promise you the sun and the moon and the stars and everything else. Some of these people are after your songs, just your songs, and they want to co-write with you. So if they co-write with you on a song, then they could then take your song. They try to do that out here. I can't believe some of it, they just fake. I'm not quite sure what that is. But you're on the right track with your music and everything else. I'm guessing that you need to go, like, to a studio or something like that and then get somebody to, like, master it and all, just like I do.
Yeah, basically.
All the instruments and all that stuff. That's coming up for me, and I like your music, and I'll tell people about it that are in the business. So
thank you.
Nashville is difficult, but I did notice one thing that I had to say something. Nashville is difficult. I'm not bad-mouthing Nashville. It's very hard when you get here. I got here 5 years ago from North Carolina, and I thought that I was going to come out here and people would hear me and notice me right off the bat. No.
Forgot there's a couple 100,000 others doing it, huh?
Yeah, but guess what? There's God. You can concentrate on Him and just, like, lay it down to Him. He'll make it happen. Trust me. You just ask Him, and He'll help you as long as you've got the right intentions. I mean, He knows we need money. He's not blind to that, and He knows we need to support ourselves and our families and stuff. So if you've got a good heart behind it, which you do, and you don't mind helping other people, just keep that and keep focused on that, because out here they try to get you to change who you are. I've run into a lot of labels that are legitimate that have wanted me to change who I was, and I'm not signed to them. you know?
Mm-mm.
So that, I mean, just hold out for the best, you know? And that's all I really had to say, really. You're on the right track. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, Rob, you can blab now.
Okay. I mean, if you want my honest opinion, okay.
Well, I do. That's the only way.
Okay.
That's the only way
Here
I'll take
is.
it.
First off, as Christy was saying earlier, I told you earlier that you don't need to change your voice. Your voice is almost like perfect to me. Maybe, you know, and the thing about it is if being a songwriter, your songs that you're writing right now, to me, are still in the writing stages. They're still in the raw form. So that doesn't tell me really anything. But I've already heard the song, You'll Make Her Cry. I've already got my idea, my rendition of what that song should be, how many instruments should be playing. I've already in my head in the last hour know exactly how that song should sound in a studio, you know. And you definitely should be playing the piano in that as if all the way through, if not all the way through, halfway through or whatever. That's how far I am with you right now.
Yeah.
So that tells you that, first off, what you need to have is you need to have the proper tools. And I think that's what you're lacking. This is it. I mean, keep sitting in front of that YouTube. Create a YouTube channel that you do not give access to anybody. You keep it until you have one person that you can trust.
Yeah.
To help you.
When you're out here, you can come visit us. We have a studio in our house, and we'll, you know, work together. And I'm not interested in stealing anybody's music. I got more than enough. We have over about 10 notebooks full of songs, so we're good.
Yeah, I've got over 100 songs in there that I'm trying to figure out how to put music to.
See, that's the thing.
Now we can help you. We can help you figure out that. It's just a little bit of tweaking. You know, Bo showed me how to do that, and ever since he showed me how to do that, it just flows every time.
Yeah. But the thing about it is what you're doing is, like I said, you're lacking the tools. And this is it. This ought to make you feel real good, because I'm telling you, with the proper tools to do, like, if you go back, I don't know if you know who she is, but you'll remember the name, but her name is Christina Grimmie. And she was on The Voice and stuff like that. And I think she took second place. The thing about it is this girl started out in front of her camera, really poor sound, playing her piano and singing.
Yeah.
And before you know it, she had, you know, like 30 million people following her on Facebook. Okay, and then the next thing you know, she's on The Voice, and now she has 130 million people following her on Facebook. The stages, everything happens in stages, and the thing about it is the thing that I argue with my beautiful co-host about is that it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if you like you miss a note on the piano or whatever. You're being original. You're being yourself. And that's what your fans want to see.
Yeah.
And interact with them daily. If you can do it daily, do it daily. Do 30 seconds from your phone. Hey, guess where I'm at, you know, or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Interact with your fans. The more you interact with your fans, the more your fans are going to talk to other people who are going to want to know who this guy is.
Yeah.
You can promote yourself.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do.
Okay, well, the thing about it is you lack the tools to help you. And you coming on the show has pretty much, you took a big step forward in doing this. And if I didn't think, I've already talked to Christy about this, if I wouldn't waste my time with someone who I know that would genuinely appreciate a little bit of help.
Yeah.
You know, and this is what we're all about. I mean, we're all working together.
He doesn't take chances on anybody, so this you're like the second person. Literally.
Look, I was nervous though. I was nervous. I even told Brenda, because when she asked me, she like, you know, is this your first radio interview? I said yes. I said I've never done anything like this, you know. And I asked her, could I really honestly like check it out? I thought you guys would like eat me alive. I was like, oh no, you know, because you know the guy that I did, because the guy that I listened to with you guys the other day, the Larry Stevenson, you know, he had you played his music and it was all professionally done. So I texted Brendan when I was listening. I said, hey, I was like, are they gonna like kill me because this is not professionally done?
No.
She's like, no,
That's not
you'll be
how
okay.
we do things. That's not how we do things. I mean,
you
I'm
want to
pretty
hear
sure
raw?
that
I
Danielle
could go
Peck's
back and play
listening
one
to
of
you
her
now.
first songs that she gave to us. I can do that. I think maybe the next show. Maybe I do still have it. I might have your old the first time you were on our show, the first song you played.
Oh my gosh.
And here's, this is how it all, it is on the air. I'm going to give you very solid advice, and I'm going to be very nice about it, and I'm going to tell you this is what you need to do. And I pretty much have already said that. I am by all means not promising you're going to become a multi-million-dollar recording artist, but I can promise you this, okay? I can show you how to self-promote yourself with no money, and maybe a little bit of start on other things. But at the end of the day, just remember, I always tell Christy this, and I said, just never forget the people.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And we're not looking for payoffs, we're not looking for anybody. But this has happened, and I've took people in under my wing, and it's not saying that I'm gonna make you. I just know ways of making you be able to promote yourself and have the tools to work with. Then we can work on equipment, and then we can work once we start getting that equipment. Then I think you need a good keyboard. I think you need a mixer. I think you need a really good mic. Maybe 2 mics, one for your guitar now, seeing that you're going to be playing guitar. And I think a little bit of time learning how to use some of this equipment, and then next time we're going to start seeing videos, and then you're going to get a high definition video for your computer. You're going to sit down and you're going to play for your fans.
Yeah.
Doesn't that just sound fun? You're performing in front of thousands and thousands of people. I mean, isn't that what you want to do? Matter of fact, there was I want you to put this thought in your head, because there's something that I know that we both share, okay? And one of these things is, and I want you to put this in your head, okay? You remember this: shit can turn ugly real fast.
Yes, it can.
Okay, so it's better to have your ass covered on all 4 points.
Yes.
Okay, we are one of those points.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, so that means we got your back. And the thing about it is like, if you got a question for Christy, you go to Christy, you ask her questions. You can come to me, but I think you need to have. Once you know that you can get to these points, I think once you realize that the world is a nice place, there are nice people out there. The thing about it is always remember this: whatever you do, okay, there's people out here in the world that can help you get to where you need to go. Now, the thing about it is like I said, no one can promise you a multi-million-dollar recording contract.
Yeah.
And
because
a lot of people don't want
bankrupt.
that. Yeah,
yeah.
That's because they're paying frickin' for these stars. But the thing about it is there comes a point where you might end up doing something that completely blew your mind. You might end up working in Vegas or in Atlantic City or somewhere and performing and doing your thing. And but the thing about it is they have a thing, and this is important. Not long ago, I was at a seminar, and it was called I do marketing for companies and stuff like that. And in this, they were talking about where is the audio world going, and the audio world's going to YouTube. The audio world's going to Vivo, okay, Facebook, Twitter. So there's
social media.
So the thing about it is in years to come, if you can self-promote yourself and you can get a production company to come in and say, "Hey, we want to do that's okay. We want to do a tour, put you on tour with another group of people performing all over the United States. We're going to pay you this X amount of money." You're going to say, "I'm on board with that," because you're there to perform, and Christy would do the same thing. As long as you guys are performing, that's what makes you happy.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be money. But again, you want to make money. So
yeah, you definitely want to make it.
Right. Well, you don't want to do it for free. But the thing about it is there's ways of making money, and we're working on that with Christy.
Yeah, I think it's covered, Rob. I think I have like a 5 months waiting period now.
Yeah,
so.
I think it's 5 months waiting for her album. I mean, the thing about it is that we're going to start promoting her new album pretty soon, and it's before it releases. So, go ahead.
That's what I've run into is like and you guys mentioned it the other day when I listened to you. I had somebody get a hold of me as far as a label. I'm not going to say any names because they were nice, but the financial aspect, I didn't even know this. Okay, like the financial aspect of making an album, it's expensive.
Well, they're going to get mad when I tell you this, but they can get mad. Some of them are my friends, and they're really good friends, so they're not going to get mad because they know I'm going to tell the truth.
Well, just get on with it, all right?
Okay, but I'm trying to cover my butt here. Okay, but here's the thing. A lot of it it's full of crap, okay? You don't have to give anybody, you have what makes the money. They want a hold of it. You're doing them a favor. They want to act like they're doing you a favor. Wrong. If they don't have the artist, they don't have anything.
That's right.
So,
my issue is that, like, this one guy contacted me, and he's not a label, but he runs, like, a marketing, he'll promote you.
Probably
Bernard. He'll put you in the studio, okay. And it was like $750 a month for that part.
I know who he is, and you don't have to say any more else. I know exactly who that man is. We won't even go there. Yeah. He contacts a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it was like, between $2,000 and $3,000 a song, and I was like, what? I was like, oh my God, and
and then he can't promise you anything.
Well,
then this label contacts me before him, and they were like, "Well, we're only $300 a month," and I was like, "Okay, and what else?"
I'm not gonna pay a label. The label pays me.
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
And that's what I thought too, But
well, the thing about it is,
fall for that.
Yeah, you don't want to fall for any of that crap. And and the other thing is that by self-promoting yourself, right, you can actually, at one point, you probably can, once you have the equipment that you need and you're able to mix your own music and stuff like that, you can create your own label.
Yeah.
Okay, and then when you have, like, say, let's say a larger label comes along and says they want to sign you, they sign your label, they don't sign you. That means they never will own you. So
yeah,
put that in your head. A lot of people don't think that. See, what they see is they say, oh, if RCA or Sony was to come knocking on your door tomorrow, and you called me up, I'd tell you to be careful.
Yes, you have to be careful
not
with
that you don't have it. Not that you don't have it. Listen, it's not that. What it is you ask the question, I want to give you the answer. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, here it is. No matter how you look at it, there's always somebody out there that's going to want a piece of the pie, okay? Yeah. You control who gets a piece of that pie, but I'm just going to say you cannot do it all by yourself. You have to surround yourself with successful people who are in it for the same reason you're in it, to become a success. Yeah. If you're in it, I've always said, didn't I say this to you, Christy, one time? I said, if you're in it to be a multi-million-dollar recording artist,
you're in it for the wrong reason.
You're in it for the wrong reason.
Yes, definitely.
And there's nothing wrong with a person who feels that way. I don't want to discourage you. But what it really is, it's about survival, about performing. I
won't lie. I also want to be a multi-million-dollar recording artist. But I want it so I can help other people. That's different.
But see, now a lot of people say that. But a lot of people say that a lot.
Well, I have children, so that's why I say that. It's like my children, you know what I'm saying? And I want it for other people. I want to start the organization. And I feel like if I don't do the right thing, then God's going to get me. So,
well,
say
God's
what
already,
you want to.
Yeah, God's going to put you in a corner tonight. But anyway, so the thing about
corner.
it, yeah, you're naughty and you know it.
No, I'm not. I'm well behaved. You're the misbehavior.
Oh, no. I'm not the one that uses, talks real sexy to our guests sometimes.
That's okay. They don't mind.
You know, wanting them, yeah, okay. Yeah, they really didn't. I don't think any guy would, but it gets that way sometimes. She says things that's just really funny. But anyways, the thing about it is, so, yeah, I mean, you're in a really good place right now. You have to, again, surround yourself with successful people who have your back, people who do care about it. And there's it's like Christy says at first. She says at first she didn't trust me, and she was like, well, why is this guy doing? There has to be some kind of something attached. And I never bothered her. I never said anything. I never said nothing.
I was scared to death, and then we had later, what was it, a year and a half later, just like a few months ago, we had that creepy lady. We won't mention her name because that could get us in trouble. But the creepy lady, she just kind of badmouthed Rob to me. So I started calling people that she said she talked to. They said, well, no, that's not what I said. That's not what happened. They tried to she tried to tell me that Rob was scamming and all this stuff, and I was like, what is going on? And it turns out she even said to them that I wasn't real. So I'm like, what? I've never even talked to the lady. I'm real. I'm for real. It was so funny. By the end of it, I had more fans than I started with, so it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. But see, the thing, that's it. It's really weird because this is one of those deals that I'm talking about. There are people out there that are going to say to you, we're going to get you here, we're going to do this. But reality is this. Reality is, in order for you to be at that place, you need to have a lot of people paying attention to you right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The days of a record producer showing up at a bar or showing up up your front step is never going to happen. A lot of these new people are out there and they're searching YouTube. They're looking for new people. Don't be afraid to do covers, dude. That's another thing. She doesn't agree, but I don't give a crap. Don't be afraid.
Hey, look, I don't care that you don't give a crap. That's the kind of relationship we have. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you stink. Anyway, so
whatever.
But the thing about it is this. Okay, you have to take it at what the value at what it is. Yeah. Put your song. Let's get you a YouTube channel set up. Okay. Mm-hmm. If you don't have a computer or anything like that to do it, you can use a friend's computer, or you got good friends.
Well, I have one set up already.
Okay, good. Okay, so then the next thing is a little. I'm gonna send you some information that I want you to follow when you're doing a show. You don't have to have it all production. You don't have to have it all this other stuff. Whatever. That can come later. What I'm saying is a lot of stuff can come later. But the great thing is sit there and talk to your fans. Introduce who you are. Tell the story of what you told us. Mm-hmm. Tell little bits and story. You'll have 15 minutes per episode that you do. And if you can do an episode once a week, you're looking at 16 episodes, I think, 4 episodes a month on whatever, at each week, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you just do that. Talk to them. Sing to them. Play for them. And pour your heart out to them. And you're going to start to see your fans build up on YouTube. And those people that are on YouTube, they'll also connect to you on your fan page. We got to get you a fan page. I think you have a fan page, right? Do you have a fan page yet? Okay.
Yeah, I got one.
All right. You get your fan page. You get all the information in there. Your bio is dead on now, by the way. I was like, does he have a bio? And she says, I think so. They go, well, he's got to write one out. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
You can't go on there saying what your name is. We got to know who you are, you know. And this is a great start. So how do you feel?
I'm excited. This is fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I feel good about it. You know, I mean, like I said, I take I take the advice, and I'm listening to everything that you guys are saying, and taking it to heart and letting it sink in, And so, I mean, I feel good about it,
I think he's
It's
scared.
crazy because it's not as glamorous as what you think, but actually it turns out quite better, the reality of the music, because it's real,
Yeah.
And so, like, once you let it sink in, like you have when you come out here, you have all this dreamy feeling, like I'm gonna do all this, and then as it sinks in, you get all them phony people. You get more and more people asking for your socks and all kinds of crazy mess, and then you get more crazy people that said they got labels and all this stuff.
I know.
And they don't even have a label. In fact, they don't even have an office. I'm like, I'm coming over to your office right now. And they don't even know. I went to go check them out.
Yeah.
And they weren't even real.
Yeah, you find a lot of that.
But
You
see,
definitely
they
find a lot.
think that you're going to send them checks. And then, have you ever looked at them? Some of them look legitimate, but if you really research them, a lot of them, they don't have anything going for the label. It looks like a whole bunch of people are standing around, and there's like no audience. So
Yes,
who
I
wants
have.
that?
Yep, I have done that.
Yeah, well, we definitely, and whatever band you feel comfortable with. Another thing is always be yourself. And another thing we need to do is you need to get someone with a camera and take a lot of nice, good photos of you.
Oh, I was gonna do that. My sister-in-law, she's done pretty good. She's gotten into this whole she does this photography thing. My brother, he just got out of the Marine Corps, and so they're actually moving down here next month. They're moving to Orlando.
Oh, there you go.
And I thought about talking to her and be like, hey, would you like to take some pictures? Because she really does a good job. And so I thought about having her do it, and just try to make it look real professional as I can, and do it that way. Because right now I just kind of got the old iPhone, just boop, take a picture, and I'll post it. I might mess with the colors a little bit, but that's really it.
Well, the good thing about it is you got a good camera. I don't know what iPhone you have. You got the 4S or 4 or 5?
Yeah, the 4S.
Okay, yeah. Get an upgrade when you can afford it. Get the 5S and you can shoot high definition videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they got good cameras in them. But the good thing about it is this. I see about a year and a half from now, you're going to be in a much better place.
Maybe so.
Well, you will be. The thing about it is you're just going to be, everything's going to change, and you're going to start to see a whole different arena of people kind of like running around in the back here, saying, okay, hey, look, where do you want to be? How do you want to do this? And, do you want some help? And if you're looking for help, you come to the right place, because, the thing about it is people with passionate about something, those are the people who will always remember the people who got them there.
Yeah.
It's not about money. It's about the respect. Because once a lot of people make it big, they seem to forget about the people who got them there. And that happens. I mean, it's happened to some of the biggest stars out there. They turn their backs on the people.
It should never happen.
It's
and
not
if
about
anybody
money
tells
either.
you to do it, tell them to kiss it.
Yeah, it's about support, helping that person, to help promote them, to help push their stuff out there. Yeah. And we've had a lot. That's how we get so many people listening to our show over the years. I mean, we have a lot of material on. You could actually spend a long time listening to a lot of our shows. A long time. So, but anyway, so right now you got a Facebook page. Do you have a website yet?
I did have one. Okay. I think it's still there.
Well, all right. Well, anyway, let's okay, obviously you do have a Facebook page. why don't you go ahead and tell people they can listen to your music as you're doing it, and then we'll give you some parting words. How's that?
Okay. So you want me to tell them where to
Oh,
find it?
yeah. Okay, yeah. It's got to come from you, brother, not us.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll have to go to www.facebook.com/Southern Life Music.
Southern Life Music.
Southern Life Music. That's where I have a lot of it. Now, I've actually got to upload a lot more onto that fan page, because most of the videos that I've been putting up, here recently are on my regular Facebook page. So I actually need to transfer those videos over and do that. But yeah, that's where you can find most of them, or you can go to ReverbNation.com/MattWilliams9.
MattWilliams9.
Yep, you can find it on there.
Well,
the YouTube channel, I'm really not even sure what the YouTube channel.
Well, you know what?
Is.
Let's just leave it at Facebook and your Reverb, because right now that's where we want people to find you out. And here's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen: you need to keep your eyes on this guy. You need to keep your focus, and we're gonna have him back on the show. Again, definitely.
Yeah,
so I wanna be with you through this whole transition, because I think you're gonna be pretty happy camper how things are gonna start to work out. So that's just the way it is. Chris, do you have any thing you want to say?
No, I'm just so happy to have him on the show, and it was really nice. I've already requested to add you. I had to erase somebody to add you on there, so you can add me if you want, unless you really don't want to know me after all the stuff I was insulting. You might be scared of me because I'm creepy. But it's Rob who's creepy, but that's okay. He'll help you a lot. He really is really good guy, and he'll help you a lot. And just follow some of his advice, and he doesn't get mad when you don't follow it. He still just bosses you, but it'll work out. Trust me. He's really fun to get to know and to work with. So
yeah,
awesome.
And there is no ulterior motives, and he's never offered this to anybody but me that I know of, and you. So that's good.
Wow, I really do feel special then.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, well, you have a really nice voice, and we were sitting there listening to it before the show, and so we really like, what you're doing. So
Thank you.
Got a lot going for you.
Your heart's
the fact that you served our country, too, that's really awesome.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate it. I actually enjoy when people, say that to me. Because I tell them, like, hey, you know what? It was my pleasure. I mean, they were hard times, but I loved what I did, and it was my choice, and I loved it, so.
Yeah, see, there's a lot that has to go for that, though. You just have to kind of take a deep breath, and you have to say, hey, you know what? Whew, it's over with. I don't have to go back there. If I do have to go back there, I'm going to be really pissed. So, it's just like, I know.
I would be extremely pissed.
I know that feeling. It's like you get here, you get all the way back here to the States, and they say, hey, by the way, you want to jump on that transport and head back where you just came from? And you're like, nope. Are you freaking out of your mind? No, you got to go back. And it's like, you can't do nothing about it. You just kind of turn around like a little kid and pout all the way there. It's like,
yeah, you kind of do the whole Charlie Brown thing. You just duck your head and walk away.
And then the first freaking person comes up to you out there in the field, and you say, you know what? The first son of a bitch that pisses me off, I'm gonna whack him in half.
Well, there were many times where I got in trouble for being too aggressive, but I was like, hey man, I'm bringing my guys home. Like, I don't care what you think.
yeah. Oh yeah, you can get that way. To believe me, I know.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, man. Well, we're gonna cut you loose here.
Yeah, keep in touch.
I'm gonna actually play that song again. You'll Make Her Cry. This is the MP3 version that he had sent to us. And,
yeah, that was better.
Well, that's your opinion.
Oh my gosh, see how bossy.
Is better.
Oh, what's that?
I said the quality is better. I'll tell you that.
Okay, all right. Well, it was nice having you on the show. I hope you can make it back.
Guys, I appreciate it.
All right, we'll be talking to you in the next couple of days, okay?
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right, have a good night.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
You'll Make Her Cry. Well, I don't don't care what anyone has to say. You better hold on to that girl. Don't let her slip away. And always wipe the tears from her eyes. Protect her with your loving arms. Promise to love her all her life, and you'll make her cry. Be a man, stand by her side. Don't ever walk away. Show the world she's your pride and joy. Tell her she's beautiful every day. When she breaks down, you gotta build her up. Show her that you're here to stay. And she'll look up into your eyes with nothing left to say. So she'll cry because she loves you. And there's nowhere in the world she'd rather be. And you gotta give her love and pure devotion. Or one day you're gonna turn and watch her leave, and you'll make her cry. Tell her you appreciate her love. Make sure she knows nobody else can do the things she does. And greet her every morning with a sweet kiss and a smile. Let her know that God let an angel lay there by your side, and you'll make her cry. And she'll cry because she loves you. And there's nowhere in the world she'd rather be. And you gotta give her love and pure devotion. Or one day you're gonna turn to